Who came today, Chris?
A door fairy?
The geese.
Oh, the geese.
The geese are back. You guys, the geese are back. And the screen door is going back on the house. And that means winter is over. We thought we'd take you along, answer some questions about what our first off-grid winter was like. I think you might be surprised. Thanks for coming, guys. It's 7 a.m. on a weekday. I was trying to go to work.
Hopefully we got her figured with this saw. Tired of fooling around with it.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing thing.
Yeah. Did a little YouTube search, and this one guy that I watched, he said that the spark arrestor gets plugged.
Okay, so you removed it?
I haven't yet. I'm just going to do that now.
You're going to?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
together.
Chris bought this beauty little Husqvarna saw like not a year ago. And it's never ever run right.
Well, it ran good when it was new, and then
For a minute.
somebody's been running older gasoline on it. That would be me.
Just
And,
trying to be cheap.
It doesn't run proper with old gas. It's welded.
Oh no. Zip cut. Upon further inspection, we don't have the right tools. So we'll go get them.
Hopefully don't destroy the gasket.
Well, you gotta do something. It wasn't working the way it was.
And the spark arrestor's right in here, but there's a little tab you can pull. I think you can pull it out that way. It's not. I can see through pretty good.
Huh. It's worth a try.
You could leave it out.
It doesn't make a difference. Just put it back in.
I think it'll work good right away. I don't know.
No better?
No better. So it's definitely not the spark arrestor. It looked clean anyway.
It's not the spark plug.
It's not spark plug. It's not the air filter, fuel filter. It's got to be in the carburetor. The only other thing I could think of is maybe the compression's low.
Frustrating.
I think it's probably either in the carburetor or compression. So everything else is good.
But you do have a different saw.
Yeah.
So maybe you should just start using that.
Start using the old saw. Because the new stuff they make doesn't last.
They just don't make it like they used to. So dark in here.
Hopefully.
So a product developer saw our video of us struggling this winter. Battery's dead now. Getting the generator going to have lights in the big cabin. And they generously sent us something that just might solve part of our problem. This is the GRECELL portable power station. It is 500 watts. And it does wireless charging. You can charge it by solar panel, or you can plug it into your car, or you can charge it from the wall. The GRECELL seems to be one of the most reasonably priced on the market. Oh, it's not that heavy.
Well, that's handy.
This is great. So it's got 3 standard USB ports, 1 USB-C, a cigarette lighter plug-in, and 2 AC outputs. It's got a light built into it. And it's got wireless charging on top, so you could just set your phone on top. We're hoping that it will run the lights in the cabin. Solar panel plugs?
Yeah, MC4 connectors.
MC4 connectors. 110? power?
Yeah.
12 volt power.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have this. A lot of people who are off-grid have portable power stations, and this is our first one. So I was a little concerned about the size of it, and she says, you know what? We have a 100-watt solar panel that we'll send you as well. Nice. It's pretty solid, hey?
Yeah, so it's got fold down legs on the back.
Look at that. Very cool. Oh look, it's lit up. It's charging. 52 watts from the 100-watt panel, which isn't too bad. So it says you gotta, push power and then a USB. Oh, check that out. Guys, charging my iPhone wirelessly in the forest.
You're charging at 5 watts. That's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah,
5 watts.
Is pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like it's really easy. It comes with a great user manual. 10 watts?
10 watts, yeah.
So my cell phone is charging wirelessly at 10 watts. That's cool. Absolutely.
I like the weight of it. Like lots of those other ones are just not what we need, I guess.
They're so big and heavy.
They would be handy too.
Well, handy for a different application, right? Absolutely. Well, when we first were offered this product, I had one thing in mind, and it's lights in the rec room. So let's see if it will power up those lights. It's very dark in here right now.
There they are.
Holy cow! So it's drawing 331 watts. But look, you guys. Oh my goodness. So 332 watts it's drawing. So we would have lights for about an hour and a half with all of these lights running.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is definitely enough for a game of pool.
I would think so, yeah.
Absolutely.
And maybe a game of darts too.
Maybe a game of darts as well. We're super excited. Thank you, GRECELL. We'll post the links for both the panel and the portable power station in the comments or in the description. You don't get any kickbacks if you buy them, but so far it seems like a pretty cool little product.
Yeah, and the prices,
the price is really good.
Yeah.
Spring is here.
Yeah, it's just a beauty day. The birds are singing.
It's like plus 15, 20.
Yeah, it's supposed to get to 20 today.
20 Celsius.
Yeah.
We're cooking.
Not used to the heat, I guess.
Yeah. So we made it through our first winter off grid. High five.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah.
Or we would have died.
Well, we would have froze to death in the dark. We thought it would be a good time to kind of recap our first winter off grid with you guys. Let you know how it went.
I think it couldn't have went any better. Everything worked well. Or water. Awesome.
It's not hot, but it's clear. Yeah, it's good. Decent pressure.
Our power.
We have no idea how long that's gonna keep our house going.
Are you an electrician?
No, but my dad is.
Oh,
so,
right. Oh, good.
And I grew up in his house.
Oh, good.
This is just the beginning of our solar journey. Eight kilowatt hours of power right now from the sun. So even though it's 40 below, the solar is working top notch. Yeah.
Our heat.
We got our Blaze King. Got her?
Thanks.
Put this up?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was in place just in time, I would say, before winter come. And then we had a pretty easy winter.
I don't know what this is, but it's literally December 14th. I got no jacket. It's +7.
Mild.
It was so mild. Yeah. I think it was kind of mild across North America.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. But it was nice to have like an easy break-in period.
I would say couldn't have asked for any better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to change anything, what's the one component that you would upgrade?
Maybe a few. The water lines in that modular trailer need to be addressed. The way they run those water lines and sewer lines inside under the floor, they run them against the outside walls, which is not good.
No.
Make it sound at -40, in which we did hit -40.
We did have some water freeze up,
Yeah.
but it was corrected.
That was one thing I would change. Maybe this summer sometime we can rerun the water lines so they're
on the inside of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Probably battery capacity.
Battery capacity, it would be nice to have more, but I thought we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Like this year was super sunny and we got lots of good sun. Like that was...
Yeah. So the array is 11 kilowatts, right?
Yes.
And the battery bank that we currently have is 30 kilowatts?
That's right, yeah, 30 kilowatts.
So it's a pretty substantial system, really, like compared to what a lot of people are running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't have to do without really too much. Like we had heat tape plugged in from our cistern into our pump, and that kept that thawed out. We had it on a timer. So it would come on every 3 hours, I think we had it set at, for half an hour. And it worked fine, flawlessly. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was good. That was smart of you to put that on a timer. And we did make some other adjustments to, like, putting our Starlink on a timer.
Yeah.
It's little draws like that, I think, that make a big difference.
It is, yeah. You got to watch out for those. Yeah. Yeah,
for sure. So we tried to mitigate that as best that we could. But it was good. It was a successful first year. So we're going to kind of try and walk you through that a little bit, what the cost was, how often we had to run the generator, what our impressions are, and a few things that we would like to maybe change or upgrade in the coming years. So come along. So primarily we're running solar.
11 kilowatts? Just over.
Just over 11 kilowatts and 24 panels.
Yeah. And now we're making so much sun that just wasting power basically. If we had more electronics would be great. Like right now you could run everything electric, like your oven, your range, your conventional dryer.
Yeah.
You could run everything on electric and you wouldn't even have a worry.
That is something that's worth mentioning, is that most of our stuff is propane.
Yeah. Just for the short few months of the winter that we need, because there is very little sunlight. I think we get maybe 3 hours or 4 hours of good sun. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's in the summer, it's kind of crappy, right? Because we're burning propane to dry clothes or cook food, but we'll probably do a lot of that outside anyway.
Maybe get a tabletop burner or whatever for your stove.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting induction top, because it's free. It's free to cook. Yeah. Yesterday I did 7 loads of laundry and the batteries didn't even come off full.
No.
So I definitely think we have enough panels.
I think so. Yeah. This is pretty good setup.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Solar system just arrived. It's massive and heavy. So far, there's one panel that's broken. So we got one in place up top, but it's very, very tall. Got her? You guys, today is a really big day. Chris just hooked up the solar and we have power in the house from the sun.
It was a bit of work. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a bit of expense, but hopefully they'll last us a really long time. Chris got this.
The winter generator, maybe summer generator too.
I guess so, if it's cloudy for quite a while.
Yeah.
So it is a 12 kilowatt.
Yeah. It works pretty well.
We had to run the generator. Chris kept a really good track of it this year.
So we roughly about $100 Canadian for diesel fuel this winter.
Yeah. And that was 5 times we ran the generator.
That's right, yeah.
$20 each time. about 4 hours to charge the batteries, depending on how low they were. $100 for power for the year, essentially, because odds are we won't have to run it in the summer.
I don't think so.
No, there's just, the days are so long in the north.
And maybe if we get some more batteries.
Yeah, I think more batteries are on the horizon.
I don't think we'll have a worry.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a week of autonomy, and we should be fine.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That will be amazing. Because that is kind of one thing that was a bit of an eye-opener, at least to me, is that when you live off-grid and you don't have days and days and days worth of battery storage,
yeah,
you can't go anywhere. Because you can't just leave your house, it will freeze.
All your canning, yeah.
All my canned foods.
Be ruined, yeah.
Yeah. And our house isn't dry. Like, we've got regular systems, 2 bathrooms, and, like...
We could drain everything and
sure.
get away with it, for sure.
If we were going away, if we were snowbirds,
Yeah.
If you were going away for a substantial amount of time, you could take the
Just drain your waters and run antifreeze through it. And
yeah.
But that's not the case.
So it was tough, though, because we usually like to take a winter vacation. Winters are pretty long in the north.
And we might this year.
If we can get more batteries, then maybe we'll be able to do that this coming winter. And honestly, the winter was so forgiving that it wasn't really necessary. This is our humble generator setup. It doesn't turn on automatically.
No.
It barely turns on at -20.
Yeah, I don't know if it would. Yeah.
Chris put in this little diesel heater.
Pretty good. That thing puts out some good heat.
Yeah, heat the manifold. And
I think we did have a video or something that we fired it up at -20, -30.
It's January 6th, and it was 20 below when we got up this morning. Chris went out to fire up the little diesel heater because he uses that to preheat the blister, the big old generator. But the little heater wouldn't fire up either, so we've had it inside. Hopefully it will fire up now.
Well, I think it fired up. You can see frost on the manifold there.
That went really well.
Yeah. 20 below. We'll see how it is at 30 something.
Next week.
I don't know if we did -40.
I don't think we ran it at -40.
I think we had enough sun and it wasn't a concern.
That's something that people probably don't know. Like, when it's -40 in the north, often it's very sunny.
Yeah.
Because it's too cold to snow. For real, though, right?
Yeah, even the snowflakes freeze away.
Even the snowflakes don't want to come outside. I'd say we have a little heat loss. The icicles are dripping.
But there is a concern this summer, like, since we have an early spring this year, like, our snow is past its peak of melt. And with that, we live in the woods, and we live with a big fire hazard.
Big risk.
Yeah, it's a huge risk. And and also when it's smoky, you don't get much sun either. So that could be another time we might have to run the generator. We'll see.
I never even thought about smoke.
Oh, it's getting, every year we get smoke. Can't live without it.
Anyway, welcome to our generator. If you're going off grid, it doesn't have to be big and fancy.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It really depends on your level of off grid.
And what your priorities are.
Yeah.
Right? And for us, our priority was solar.
Yeah. And since we have jobs and we have to work for a living still, we needed something that was going to carry us through, and we could afford it. So this is the way we went.
Absolutely. Yeah. But the generator, I mean, it's not a big fancy generator, and it works great if you're a mechanic.
If you can still get parts for it.
If you can get parts for it.
40%.
And how much was it when we got it?
I think there was 70 in it.
Chris just found a stellar deal on propane tanks. We only need one, but it was 2 for basically the price of 1.
I think maybe 65. There's 65 in it.
Okay.
So
we use 25% of 500 gallons. 25% of 500 gallons is 125 gallons.
Doesn't sound not too bad.
Huh. That's not bad at all. Considering we did run the furnace.
We did, yeah.
And the dryer a lot, and the hot water, and the stove.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget to shut off the stove. It's not an electronic stove. It's like old school battery ignition, no computer, no beeping.
Is that an off-grid stove?
It is an off-grid stove. It's a unique, and it is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice, it works good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a splurge, but it was totally worth it. I think it'll last a really long time. 125 gallons. How much is that?
Oh boy, I'd say 50 cents a liter.
So then it's 500 liters and 50 cents a liter.
Yeah.
$250 for propane. $100 for diesel fuel. That's $350 for
the cost of living for the winter.
For the winter. Plus some wood. How much firewood did we use?
Roughly under 2 cords anyway.
Yeah, it was mild.
It was, yeah. And I was expecting to use probably around 4.
4, yeah, that was our guess. And maybe next year we will use 4.
Yeah.
So we got to be prepared for that.
And we do have quite a bit left over for next year. So it'll be...
That's good.
Good seasoned wood by then. And it'll be easier for us to get for this fall.
Yeah. We're heating the house with a Blaze King Princess model.
Yeah.
Super efficient.
Can't say enough good things about that.
No, we can't say enough good things about it.
They work excellent.
It's the second time we've had one. The second time we've heated a home with a Blaze King. 100% recommend spending the money to get the Blaze King.
Yeah.
So efficient. Anyway, guys, that's kind of the recap of our cost of being off grid. It's getting pretty windy. Thanks, guys. But just a little glimpse of how glamorous this life is.